someone asked me today, what was your first memories of slavery? And I said, I can't remember. All I felt was shame. And my shame was because I didn't know much about it. I was never told anything much about it at school. All I know that I had shame because some of my ancestors were slaves. But the fact of the matter is, once you know about slavery, once you understand about slavery, you can embrace it, you can make it yours. Yeah. Similar to other groups that make unfortunate situations happen to them, theirs, they own it. And I think that's what I would love to happen.
Well, boy, how you feel now?
My name is Solomon Northup. I'm a free man, and you have no right whatsoever to detain me.
You're no free man. You're nothing but a Georgia runaway.
First, great movie, Steve. I mean, it was powerful and hit you in a number of ways. Now, I'm wondering, is it ironic that we're like doing this interview in the shadow of the Freedom Tower, eye shot of the Statue of Liberty, and a block off of Vesey Street? I mean, it just seems like 12 Years a Slave kind of fits here,
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I think history has a strange way of repeating itself in a way. It's a kind of incredible cycle as such. I think with 12 Years a Slave and Solomon Northup, he's a man who wanted to go home. He's a man who, the only reason he survived, his ordeal was because of love. And through whatever circumstance, what unfortunate sort of terrain he was in, he kept a hold of that love and to find his way home. And I mean, we're right now here in Ground Zero having this interview. I think obviously there's been a lot of traumatic situations obviously which happened here, and I don't know. I don't say about that. It's just one of those things where we hope these things will sort of vanish one day. Yeah, that's all we can do. Hope.
Now, the book must have struck you. I know you told the story of how your wife brought the book to your attention and it led to the screenplay. But from shooting the movie, did you learn anything even different than reading on a page from like having to recreate these scenes? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, I think because when you're writing something in New York or Amsterdam, John Lee was a writer, and I was working with him. I mean, the situation is that once you're in location, in the plantations as such, things take on a different form. Because not just because of the architecture, but because of the heat, because of the smell. All of these things contribute to something which can never be formulated on a page, and actually transforms the film or the idea into something real. And that was surprising in some ways, and it was always surprising how we were going about our business and shooting this movie.
Right. Now, I think you did a great job of like having an identity in this movie. I mean, I've seen movies that have taken on slavery, and somebody's either the bad guy or the good guy, so to speak. But in this movie, you see like the wife, the mistress, all these different levels of identity. Was that like a plan for you to want people to be able to put themselves in different characters, and so to speak? And
well, I think life is complex. I don't think that life is ever at all black and white. And yes, by reading the book, you saw the huge complexities of slavery and the sort of blurred lines, of what occurred. I mean, this a character like Miss Shaw, for example, a woman, a slave who was married to a slaver, who actually now owns slaves, and it's a character which I've actually never seen on film. So that was exciting, and that was sort of interesting to sort of throw that out there as a complexity to the sort of idea of slavery, because everyone thinks they have an idea of slavery. Most of the time, they don't.
Yeah. Well, great picture.